What's happening, traders? It's Mark here coming at you with today's market recap. You can see here it's just about 12:30 here in the afternoon on a lovely Tuesday, and here we go. This is the day after the biggest sell-off in the last of the year, it feels like. In fact, let's just go ahead and, here's a funny story, all right? Before I start this video, crazy story for you, all right? As you know, yesterday was a huge sell-off, what felt like the biggest sell-off in months, probably the whole year, okay? There was a 100-point drop in the S&P, actually closer to 150 when you stretch it out over 2 days, all right? So this big string of red, you say this volume band right here, this is the color, volume turned red all the way up here, and I was looking at this thing just like everybody else and thinking, you know what, the market's going to close on the low, right? So I typically sign out around lunchtime. I mean, look at the timestamp right here, right? 12:30, 1 o'clock. This is exactly the time that I sign out, make a bunch of money in the morning and do other stuff with my life. That's what I believe in. Now, I respect you guys who trade round the clock, all right? I do agree with you that there's a lot of money to be made even after lunch. I'm with you. But I signed out right here, okay? And I'm thinking, all right, you know what? Today the market's going to close on the low. It's going to, be a big sell-off. We might even see the S&P drop 200 points, right? Now, check out what happened after that. You know what I mean? Like, right here, 2:30 p.m., okay? The vol turns green. And the reason I want to show this to you guys, the reason that I think this is important is it kind of teaches you a trading lesson. And this emphasizes my point on never ever think that you know more than the market, okay? You don't. I don't. Nobody does. Nobody is smarter than the market. But the market will give you clues if you know how to look for them, okay? If you were hanging on to the short, I guess it depends where you closed out, but if you really were hanging on to this monster short, okay, where the vol turned red right here, and you were just hanging on to this for a 100-point drop, good for you, okay? That's great. But when the vol turns green, folks, that is your clue that it might be time to exit your short. In fact, it might even be time to reverse your short and go long. Make sense? Folks, we saw, all right, this is for you guys that might be a little bit older and you remember the collapse of Lehman Brothers 13 years ago, all right? For you guys that have been long-time traders of the S&P 500, whether you trade the Emini futures or you trade the SPY, okay? We saw 4,300 on the S&P and 4,400 on the S&P in the same leg of the move, right? Tell me this doesn't remind you of the Lehman Brothers crash and the economic collapse from 13 years ago. For those of you guys that do remember that, who were actively trading that, right? I do, right? That was probably the best day trading environment in American history, okay? And look, that's just the truth, right? The best day trading environments, what I call day traders paradise, takes place when economic cycles start going down and a global collapse, what I call market chaos, takes over. Look, folks, you got to take advantage of this, all right? Let's go back to today's session, all right? Really nice setups today. You got to take advantage of these insane volatility that we're having right now in every asset class, all right? You trade futures, it was great. You trade the SPY or stocks, it was great. And definitely if you trade Forex, it was magnificent, okay? So look, don't let volatility scare you. Volatility should be your best friend. All right. Anyway, let's talk about today's setups. Really interesting. Again, for those of you that actually caught this giant 100-point winner from technically yesterday's session, the vol turned green right there. Good for you, man. I'm happy for you. That is a record-setting move if you actually caught that from the start to the finish. Okay. But let's talk about today's morning session, all right? So I'm going to timestamp 8:30 Central Time, which is right there, okay? And guys, when you come into the market and you start your trading day and the vol indicator, which by the way, that's this green and red color band, in case I didn't already mention that. If you've seen the previous videos, you know exactly how powerful this volume band is. If you've been using and you're actively using the volume band, then you definitely know how incredible this is. But when you start your trading day, all right, what I like about the vol is you already have the bias, okay? What does that mean, bias? Well, when you start your trading day or when you come to your computer and you're ready to take some trades and look for some opportunities, you need to know the direction, right? If you don't know the direction, you're just basically gambling, okay? So this was an area where the market opened 8:30 Central Time and the vol was red. Now, the first setup on the vol, as you can see, happened on this bar right here, right? And the market's all the way down here when it opens. So look, you may have to be prepared sometimes for the market to just keep doing one of these, right? It'll just sell off without you. And that's fine. I mean, if you miss it, you miss it. Just pay attention for the next setup. But folks, today you kind of lucked out. All right? We got a really nice retracement. The vol never changed color. You see this? The vol stayed red pretty much after 8:30 a.m. and all the way through 10:30 a.m. Vol stayed red, okay? So your trading bias is to the short side. Now, how do you play it? Well, what I like to do is wait for these. See this? The first red bar. I'm only looking for red bars. I'm paying no attention to green bars. Why? In case that wasn't obvious, well, the vol is red. My bias is to the short side, so I'm ignoring these green bars. Make sense? I only want to pay attention when a red bar shows up, okay? So a red bar shows up here. The first entry happens right there. Next bar is open. Stop gets placed 1 or 2 ticks above that. And that gets stopped out right quick, okay? Right quick. But the vol is still red. Wouldn't you know it, we get another red bar over here. That bar closes. We go short a second time on the open of that bar. Stop goes a couple of ticks, couple of pips above that. And that was it for 50 handles. Okay? That's about 200 ticks or pips if you're following along in Forex. Okay? That's a lot. That's a lot just in 1 hour. 1.5 hours, right? Again, folks, just the morning session. Looks like the vol might be turning red a second time here. We'll have to see. But the vol turned green right over here for a couple of bars. It ripped. I mean, look, could you trade the rest of the day? Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, for me, it's about 12:30 here in the afternoon. I mean, I'm stepping out for lunch right now. I don't plan to be back at the computer. Guys, I personally like to be done with looking at the market by lunchtime. That's just me. But that's not to say that you're going to have moves like this in the afternoon, right? In fact, in a market environment that we're in right now, extremely high volatility, this is what I call day trader's paradise. This is a day trader's dream, all right? If you are scared of this volatility, if this volatility makes you chicken out on taking opportunities, look, man, maybe trading's not for you. I hate to say that. I know a lot of you guys are passionate about the market. I can tell, right? I can tell by your emails. I can tell some of you guys who call me on the phone and we talk on the phone, chit chat. I can feel the passion in your voice, all right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to trade all day. All I'm saying is I like to just focus on the morning session, okay? Here it is from today, 90 minutes in, done, 50 handles. Yesterday, right? Again, 90 minutes in, done, 60 handles. It ripped for another 40 handles for a total of 100 handles, and then it turned on a dime. When I say it, I mean the volume turned on a dime, right? So look, folks, there's opportunities on a daily basis. E-mini futures have been on fire. The SPY and stocks have been on fire. And my goodness, Forex has been on an absolute tear. All right. I'm going to try to do a S&P 500 Forex grab tomorrow. Forex is just great. All right. If any of you guys that are brand new to trading volume and you exclusively focus on Forex, all right, and you might be interested in a demo, a one-on-one demo on how the SP 500 Forex version looks like. All right. So if you don't have the vol, you want to see what it looks like, man, I'd love to show you the Forex version of the S&P 500. I mean, that thing clocked in at about 500 to 600 pips today. All right. Hey, look, guys, here's the final takeaway. Volume, S&P 500, 90 minutes a day, okay? Take advantage of this. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.